Hey guys, Jaws the Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Voyager Class Rise of the Beast Rhinox. So, here he is in his Rhino mode, and yeah, so this is yet another Rise of the Beast Studio Series figure, and this is one of the few I've been quite excited for a little while now, especially since he's a Maximal, and of course Rise of the Beast introduced Maximals into the live action movies and stuff. So cool to get some of the first, well, not the first movie Maximal figures because there's the mainline ones, but rather the Studio Series ones. I mean, we already got Airazor, we already got Cheetor, Primals on the way. And I'm really excited for him because he looks really good. But yeah, Rhinox here too. Yeah, he's very, very cool. But before we take a look at Rhinox himself, let's take a look at the packaging. So here it is. Really like it. You get a render of him right there, looking all angry. That's one angry Rhino, I tell you. And then, he's Studio Series 103. There is his name right there. Transformers Rise of the Beast. And the logo also up here. On the side, Studio Series 103. You get the Rhino render. The Rhino render. Voyager Class. On the other side, you get his robot mode render. And of course, they gave him an Autobot logo. And then Transformers Authentic. And he's big screen inspired. Peruvian Jungle Discovery is the name of his backdrop. You got some CGI renders right there. And he's 29 steps. There's the backdrop there. And there's a little bio that you can read if you want. All this down here. Not a whole lot. And that's it for the packaging. So, let's get back to Rhinox right here. And yeah, like I said before, Hasbro did a really, really nice job with this guy. Definite improvement over the mainline Voyager, which, not gonna lie, wasn't that bad of a figure. It was actually, I thought it was a pretty good figure, but we all expected this one to blow that one out of the water. And I'd say so too, especially here in the Rhino mode, because proportionally, that one was a little weird, like a little blocky. You'll see when we do the comparisons if you don't remember what that one looked like. Whereas this looks a lot more, how it did in the movie, and looks a lot more natural, really. But yeah, so anyways, let's take a close-up look here at the Rhino head sculpt, and I think that looks really nice. Could use maybe a little bit silver paint throughout here. But overall, I really dig it. I love the green that they did for the eyes. Yeah, his horn here, unfortunately, it's a little loose. It's not like there's nowhere this tabs in. It's kind of there. Bit annoying. And yeah, then you got his ears up here. And that there. And you get some really nice silver here for his shoulder pieces. I think that's pretty cool. And there's his Rhino feet. And there's his hind legs. And yeah, really nice. There's some junk that gets in the way a little bit, but I mean, overall, it's mostly clean, I'd say. And yeah, the only downside is when you look down here, I got this big gap right here, but there is, I thought I heard somewhere that you could put, his weapon, which we'll show off later, and kind of fill in the gap. I forgot how you do it, but yeah, I haven't tried it before, but maybe it might work. We'll see. So yeah, now anyways, for the articulation here in the round mode, surprisingly, you wouldn't think he'd have a lot, but he actually does have quite a bit. So his head moves up and down. His jaw, just like with Airazor and Cheetor, his jaw does open. So that's pretty cool. So you can see that right there. So then you got a roaring Rhino. I'm not sure what rhinos roar. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's that right there. Is obviously the front legs can move back and forth and move outwards a little bit. Ball joint here for the feet. And and then of course he has tail movement. Legs can kick back, or the hind legs can kick back this far, and then can move forward this far, and wiggle a little bit. And then there's a kind of hinge joint here for the feet, the hind feet, so they can move back and forth. And then there's an ankle pivot here, so you can get nice movement right there. And yeah, overall, really nice. Pretty good articulation. So it's not a lot, but for Rhinox here, it's quite a bit, especially if you compare it to the articulation on the mainline Rhino. And of course, you see this thing is drooping down. I think moving this up will help a little bit. But yeah, really cool. So anyways, now for the accessories, he's come with his hammer, which we did see in the movie. And yeah, I think it's really nice. Yeah, little silver spikes there. Besides that, not really any paint besides, those spikes, but I think it looks really cool. So for storage, you just want to fold this in here, and then that'll click into place because there is a hole right here, and then the tab right there. And there you go. So there's a thing right here, a post, that goes into this hole right there. And that's how you can store it here. That's how officially you can store it, his weapon here in the alt mode. It's a little ridiculous, but again, I've seen a lot weirder with these weapon storage things, like a lot weirder. Let me see. How do you get that in there? I don't know. Can you get in there? Maybe I was thinking of something else. I'm not sure. But yeah, so there's that. Besides that, there's not really any other storage unless you could put it somewhere here. Again, I'm not too sure about that. But yeah. So, anyways, now for the alt mode size comparisons. Here he is with Optimus Prime. Here he is with RC. Oop, okay, there's an idea of what they look like together. Here he is with Battletrap, also voiced by David Sobolov. He voiced both those characters, and also Ape Link, not to mention the other Transformer characters he's voiced in the past. And here he is with Scourge. Here he is with his fellow Maximals, Cheetor and Airazor. Let's get them in right here. Be a little filly. So yeah, there you guys have those three right there. So yeah, I think they look really nice all together there. Cannot wait for Primal. And hopefully we get an Ape Link too. We probably will, but how they'll do that, we'll have to see. Yeah, looking forward to that. And last but not least, here is with the mainline one. And yeah, as you can see, like I said before, proportionally, this one, the Stu Series one, is a lot better because, this one's just like a brick, and on the back here, like his tail's like all the way right here, so it's just all flat, and he looks a little stumpy, and not to mention how he lacks a lot of paint. It's not a bad figure, but you can tell this is a masterpiece compared to this. So, yeah. But again, this ain't a bad figure. It looks like it's a bad figure, but it's not really a bad figure. So, yeah. For those who've been keeping that guy warm in the shelves, yeah. Well, now it's kind of too late. Who really wants to get that now with the Stu Series one out? But yeah. You really shouldn't have skipped down that guy unless you want to wait for this one. This one is better, I will admit. So, yeah, there you guys have the alt mode size comparisons. And one thing to note here, too, is that this guy is not, in fact, from Transformers Rise of the Beast. Rather, he is from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah. Yeah, I typically don't look at instructions, but I just remember this at the last minute, that on the instructions for Rhinox, they, instead of putting the Transformers Rise of Beast logo, they gave the Revenge of the Fallen logo. Why that is, I don't know, and I'm not the only one who's had this. There's many others who have had this. It's simply an error that happened, when printing those out, or at least making those before printing them out, but yeah, now it makes me wonder if, Hasbro might, like, have, like, new releases, like, on newer copies. They may have the instructions with the right logo, but probably not. But, oh, man, that's so funny, though. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. or I guess you could say Transformers Revenge of the Ballin. So, yeah, so I guess Hasbro took that whole meme seriously. So, yeah, but anyways, let's get right down to the transformation for this guy. So, starting off, what you want to do is you just want to lift up this back piece right here, and just want to move this, like, right, yeah, just keep that up there. The next, bring down the legs here. Then you just want to move in the skirt pieces, sorta, these like little skirt pieces, and move them inwards. Then next, you just want to bring forward the shins. They kind of pop a little bit forward. And you want to do the same thing with this one. There we go. Nice snap. And you just kind of want to hinge this all forward here. So now you got the legs done. And then after that, you just want to bring back this section right here and move this all back right here. And then next, you just want to open up the head section here, flip in the rhino horn, and close that up. And you just want to move the rest of this back here, flip that throat piece in, and just, well, before you flip in the rhino head, it's easier to do this first. Flip out the kind of faux horns he has, and then move in the rhino head. And then you just want to, well, before you close that up, wait, did I do this right? Yeah, I think it did. And then after that, you want to move out the arms, and just kind of move them out. Oop, this came off. Does that sometimes, and you just want to move this one out too. And there you go. I'll just reattach that right there. Yep, come on, there we go. So then next, you just want to swivel around. That startled me a little bit. Let's just leave that off for now. So, anyways, so what you want to do is you want to swivel this way right here. And then you just want to open up this right here. And what you want to do is you just want to rotate this around, close that in, and then rotate around the hand. So now it's facing this way. And you just want to do the same thing right here. Hope this shoulder piece doesn't pop off again the same way it did then. Like that just like flung out. That was a little startling. I wouldn't say I was spooked by that, but that was a bit startling. So you just want to do the exact same thing with this arm. And then next after that, you just want to bring down this part of the chest panel. It's kind of a cool little thing right here. So you just want to bring down this section right here. And then what you're gonna want to do is you're going to want to bring out these side panels, and then just bring up this chest piece. But I guess before you do that, just kind of have like the arms, like these tabs right here, all configure right, because the tabs right here will go into these slots. And so then you just want to bring this up. Oh man, that snap was loud. Got a little worried that I broke something, but there you go. You just want to push that in, and then close up those panels right there, and that'll become like his abdomen. And then, obviously, next you want to do here, why isn't this all in? Sometimes it will work, but then sometimes it won't. Of course, one of the few times it doesn't work is when I'm on camera here, so hold on, let me fix this. Okay, I'm back, and all I had to do was just kind of make sure everything was configured right, and just like snapped in, and it was like a kind of a little bit of a loud snap. So, yeah, and I put that piece right back on there. And then after that, I think you gotta do something here too. Hold on. I know there's something you gotta do here too. I think you're supposed to bring this up. Hold on a second. Okay, now I remember what to do. So, I thought this was like the hinge joint right here. I'm like, do I pop it off? So what I want to do is, you basically pop off, but don't worry, it won't pop off or anything. You just want to push that forward, and then that panel go back here. And you just want to move this all up, so you got this tab right here that should go into that slot. And I'll bring this all up, and now so the tail's not sinking as low down there. And with that all done, I believe we got Rhinox all completed. So, okay, I'm all fixed up right here. We got the feet all right there. Alright, so once you get that all done, there you guys have Rhinox in his very cool looking robot mode. And yeah, I gotta say, like I just said before, it's cool looking. I mean, this is exactly how it appeared in the movie. You know, he's big, beefy, and a lot of gray and silver parts, but, you know, still enough color to break him out compared to some of the Bayverse designs, notably the Decepticons. But yeah, this looks really nice. Absolutely loved how he turned out. So, yeah, there's that. Now, anyways, for the head sculpt, very nice head sculpt. I absolutely love how for like in his rollout mode, his head design's very, very reminiscent of, you know, the original Beast Wars cartoon Rhinox. Of course, he doesn't have the green and the gold all over there, but still cool, like head sculpt wise. It's the same, but it's just kind of that kind of bland gray and silver. It'll be nice if there's a little more paint, but I do like how he's got green there for the eyes. You know, it'd be nice if he had paint around the chin, but yeah. There's some areas where I think he does lack paint a little bit, especially like around the head area. Yeah, the chest looks really nice. I love how they had that brown detail in there. And yeah, and I love that silver there, his back, the same one from the shoulder panels on the shins right here. And that looks pretty cool. And I like all the mechanical detail that they kind of snuck in there. I love how the forearms turn out. That's cool. Here's a side view right there. And here he is from the back. And this too looks like, when you see him from the back, like the front's one thing, when you see him from the back, oh man, you're in danger. You know you're in danger when you see this. Yeah, very, very awesome looking. Of course, he's got the tail. He's got this big, beefy look, and then this little tail. And I'm glad at least that they managed to figure out how to like put this up right here, so it's not drooping down as low. Because you won't really see it from the front. It's just the back that you'll see it. So yeah, really nice. I will say these little skirt pieces are a little annoying. I don't know why they're there, but they're there. I mean, I guess it can never stand in the way because considering his knight aesthetic, but it's kind of random. it's useless. But yeah, so there's that. Really, really nice. So anyways, now for the articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you can move side to side. You can move it down that far, and it can go up that far. Shoulders do move outwards that far. Do rotate a full 180. He does have a bicep swivel. Elbows do bend. He does have a wrist swivel. He does have a waist swivel. Legs can kick up this far, back that far, and out that far. Oh, wait, out that far. There you go. He does have a thigh swivel. It's a little bit limited. A bend at the knee, kind of a double bend sorta. Ankle pivot, and feet can move up and down. So yeah, really nice articulation for this guy. Kind of the standard for, you know, for the Voyager scale figures, but I still think it's good. Yeah, I really do like how the feet do move too. So yeah, there is that. So anyways, now for the accessories. Again, he comes with this little kind of club sort of thing. And you can put that in his hand. And he's all prepared to beat up some Terracons, so really dig that. But yeah, now anyways, for the robot mode size comparisons, here he is with Optimus Prime. That's right there we go. Here he is with RC. Oh, I just realized I forgot Bumblebee. Forgot to bring Bumblebee for the comparisons. Whoops. Alright, well, I'm bringing for the alt mode ones, but I will for robot. So, here's with RC. Here he is with Bumblebee. Sorry, Bumblebee. Yeah, forgot him for the alt mode size comparisons. I almost forgot him for the robot mode size comparisons. But there they are together. Not that really matters, because I mean we never really saw the two together on screen, and you know, but hey, there's that. Here he is with Battletrap. Here he is with Scourge. Oh, jeez. But the problem with Scourges is like standing him up is a little bit tricky. So here's them together. Why not? Here he is with Freezer. Let's bring him in and straighten him out. There we go. Little Freezer. Here he is with Airazor and Cheetor. And yeah, again, they look great together. We never saw Airazor transform into robot mode, but you know, I think this robot mode works pretty good for the movie. And by the way, yes, this design was actually created by the Hasbro toy designers, similar to what they did for the Bumblebee movie, Autobots, where they created their own alt modes to work with those robot modes. So, and of course, this Airazor is based off of concept art, so even the bird mode is not even that accurate. But either way, still cool to see these three together. I'm again super hyped for Primal. And last but not least, here he is with the mainline Rhinox, and again, a huge upgrade proportionally, detailed wise, and also, you know, the most obvious one is, you know, the paint. You know, much better here, works a lot better here. This one's still a good one, and while he didn't have it in the movie, I still like how he came with, you know, his old-fashioned weapons, and it's honestly an improvement over what the Kingdom Rhinox had with the just the still like kind of like sort of Gatling guns, chains, or saw, whatever these guns are called. At least these ones can spin, so hey, maybe I could give these to my Kingdom Rhinox now, especially now that I know that, you know, this Rhinox didn't have in the movie. But yeah, so there you guys have the robot mode size comparisons. And of course, as he is a Studio Series figure, we must take a look at the backdrop. And yeah, so here's this right here. Now, what's funny is that even though I mean, this doesn't even look like a scene from the movie, but I think it's supposed to be based on, there's a deleted scene. So, you know, for those who've seen the movie, you'll know that Noah and Elena go, you know, down into that cave thing, and then they're trying to see if they can find the other piece of the transwarp key. So in that scene, instead of having the two sweeps run after them, it was going to be Cheetor and Rhinox. So I think that's what this might be based upon. But anyways, you got 103 Steel Series. You got this right here. So yeah. So you just place Rhinox right here. And there you go. Probably makes more sense for him to be in the Rhino mode if this is the case, based on the context. But yeah, there he is with that. It's not a whole lot. So, and the only time we saw him in robot mode in the movie was in the final battle. So, yeah. But hey, there is with the backdrop. So, yeah. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Studio Series Voyager Class Rise of the Beast Rhinox. And yeah, I gotta say, really nice figure. Love the Rhino mode. Love the robot mode. You know, wish, you know, I had a little more paint in some areas. And, you know, the skirt pieces they could have done away with that because, you know, they're kind of a little annoying. And, you know, and obviously in the belly for the Rhino mode, it would be nice if, you know, they could fill that in. I mean, maybe you can with the weapon. I'm not sure how, but either way, yeah, it seems a little odd for him to have that big gap there. Aside from that though, absolutely love this figure. Again, the accessories, real cool. And yeah, of course, if you're wondering what this pose is, this is him running in the famous scene where he only says one line, "We'll clear the way," and that's it. But and I know it's disputed. I know some people think Primal said, but I can clearly tell it was David Sobolov because it sounded a lot like, you know, Ape Link, who he also voiced in Battletrap and Blitzwing and so on. Blitzwing for the Bumblebee movie, and I can tell it was David Sobolov. So yeah, so yeah, there is running in action. So, but yeah, overall, great figure. Highly recommend. And yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.